Good evening, one and all, and welcome to a special Thanksgiving edition of MindMesh, where if you're listening on any podcast platform, it's 3 days early, and if you're listening on YouTube, it's the day before. So
Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve. I heard that term just a few years ago.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, I had never heard.
I don't think I actually ever heard that before. I've heard of like Halloween Eve or something like that.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never heard that one before.
No, I'm thinking of the actual old name of Halloween, All Hallows Eve.
Oh yeah, no. It was a few years ago when I heard Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm like, man, that's dumb. It works for Christmas Eve because it flows off your tongue.
Yeah,
but then you think of like Thanksgiving Eve. And it's like it feels weird coming out. It's not
think of saying
natural.
Like fucking Halloween Eve. That's
that's one I've never even heard before. So you just invented something. I'm
maybe
glad
I did. Maybe
I'm glad you've caught on to a movement. But basically,
wrong holiday. Let's get back to Thanksgiving.
No, so this is a podcast all about shower thoughts, those weird ideas, weird internet rabbit holes. Well, this episode's gonna be no.
Did we do introductions?
Oh yeah, I'm Chayton.
And I'm Fish. I didn't know if we did that.
Who knows? But anyways, so this episode's not going to be the typical MindMesh platform or the MindMesh standard, because it's a special holiday episode. We kind of did it for Halloween. We talked about spooky stories. This one we're going to be talking about our thankful stories.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth, but yeah, no, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Things we're thankful for.
Things we're thankful for.
Thanksgiving stories in general.
Yeah, no. I mean, personally, Thanksgiving has to be just ranking them holidays out of the main three, which is Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
The big three.
Yeah, because you could say 4th of July, you could say Valentine's Day, you could say Easter, all that stuff. But the main three that I always think about in the year are Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Yeah. Because Easter sneaks up on me. The 4th of July, I forget what month I'm in, even though it's in the title of the holiday. It's just a bad time. But Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, for whatever reason, those are the three that stick. And in order, my number one has to be Halloween. Halloween's my favorite.
Halloween is definitely my favorite.
Second, it's Christmas. And third is Thanksgiving. So out of the big three, I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving. And there's a key distinction why.
Why is that?
Because Christmas is just Thanksgiving with presents. And that's my whole argument.
I get that, but I don't know. Something about the food on Thanksgiving to me is better than the food we have on Christmas. See, at least it's not the exact same. We normally do on Thanksgiving, we do a turkey and a ham.
Yeah, no, that's and then same with my family.
But on Christmas, we normally just do a ham.
See, no, we do a turkey and a ham again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
See, we'll do a ham and then we'll have other sides that we didn't have on Thanksgiving.
No, if you compare the whole smorgasbord of stuff that happens and the plethora of Thanksgiving that my family has,
it's the same exact thing.
Basically. I mean, it might switch up if I'm having Thanksgiving with my dad's side of the family or my mom's side of the family, the sides for what we had at Thanksgiving, once it gets to Christmas, just flip the sides per family. And that's what happens. I don't know how to explain it. But literally to me, it's Christmas is better than Thanksgiving because it's just Thanksgiving, but with presents.
I can see where you're coming from. If we're just talking about purely food though, because that's why I love Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, no, Thanksgiving. Yeah, if we're talking purely food, Thanksgiving. Well, I mean, in your case, Thanksgiving's that's the bee's knees. For me, it's
you're about to get that in a month.
Yeah, no, literally, I'm about to have 2 Thanksgivings in the span, or not even 2 Thanksgivings because of how my family works. It ends up being 4 or 5 Thanksgivings, and then another 4 or 5 Thanksgivings once Christmas rolls around. Except this time, I get presents, and that's all that matters is receiving, not giving. I want all of it. I need every present under the tree. It had my name on it.
We know what kid Chayton was in the Christmas movies.
Honestly, I say all that, but I love giving gifts. I do too. I kind of hate receiving gifts, and it goes back to my stigma of I don't like surprises.
It's not that I don't like surprises. It's just I feel bad when someone does that. I'm you don't have to do that.
No.
If someone gives you a gift, it's I feel bad that they
See, I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
I just they better have bought it off my Amazon wish list, or I'm gonna get mad because then I don't know what it is.
Oh, so you got mad at me for that?
Yeah, I got mad at you for that.
I'm pointing at something I got him for his birthday.
Yeah, a very personal present. Yeah, I got mad at that, and you wanna know why? Wasn't on my Amazon fucking wish list.
You can't get that on the Amazon wish list. Yes, you
can. Follow the paper trail. But so Thanksgiving to me is like the lesser of the three main fall holidays, fall/winter holidays.
Yeah.
Just because like I love Halloween because of all the spooky nonsense that happens around it, all the costumes, all of that. But like Christmas is just it's over Thanksgiving because of the presents. But there's one key thing that I would love to talk to you about today, and it's none of those holidays.
What is it?
Friendsgiving. That's what I would like to discuss, because if I were to add Friendsgiving into the mix, it's at the top.
Oh, yes.
Or no, sorry. Halloween's still at the top, then Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving. Yeah, you get what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
So, like, Friendsgiving is, I mean, I hadn't done Friendsgiving until I came to college and me and Fisher met and had the similar. No, I say similar. No, it's the same fucking friend group. We're all in the same group.
The friend group were a bunch of my friends in high school, and you got to know them. We did that, I think, a year before. Like, we did that one other time before you.
I got brought in.
Yeah, before you joined us for the next year.
Yeah. So
and it's basically just what it sounds like. It's just all your friends getting together and then like having your own little potluck where everyone brings their own sides.
Well, no, I was about to say like there's been very key distinctions over the years for what is happening with how it's evolved. The very first year, I remember it was like the second time that I was meeting it was the second time I was meeting everyone.
Yeah.
Because I was able to go visit everyone for Halloween, and then we were going to do a Thanksgiving thing. And the way that it worked out is that was the year that we deemed the potluck, because it was the most
it wasn't a Thanksgiving meal.
Random goddamn mishmash of food I've ever seen in my life. We had pizza, we had Hawaiian rolls, we had cream corn, we had green beans, we had hot wings, leftover ham.
But still, honey roasted ham.
Like, when you're thinking of Thanksgiving, you know what sides and stuff you're thinking of. It's just in the back of your head. And if pizza and hot wings is on that list, I mean, I guess it's a football night. So, I mean, if you're doing that sort of deal, then you might as well also have a party platter of celery and carrots on the side. I don't know. But, like, our first Friendsgiving was the most unplanned type deal. Like, I even remember.
We just kind of said, like, it's a potluck.
I remember the day that we got there. Like, it was just planned on the spot. Like, we had the idea, but we hadn't told anyone. So then, like, the day prior, we were like, okay, guys, we're doing a potluck for Friendsgiving. Everyone brings at least one item. So then me and you went to the store. You got several cans of green beans and cream corn. And then I went to the frozen food aisle and got hot wings and pizza.
Yep.
Like, that first year was so odd, but it was honestly, like, one of the better time. Or it was, I mean, honestly, personally, I feel like our Friendsgivings have gotten better and better as the years have gone on.
Oh, yeah, no, I completely agree. The next year, we sadly weren't able to like meet up and have
before we got into that, I was gonna say America's like I think it's the only country that does Thanksgiving, because Canada's Thanksgiving was actually, I think it's mid-October.
Is it really?
Yeah, no, Canada's Thanksgiving is like in a completely different like month. So, like, if what we're saying is completely
isn't Thanksgiving the only reason it's celebrated here is because it's something I'm feel really dumb for not knowing this, but
yeah, tell us the story of Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
Did you not watch the Charlie Brown special?
I don't know the story of Thanksgiving, but it's something to do with like.
Well, it's like the pilgrimage.
Yeah, like people settling here in America.
The totally not dark, horrific story of how the Pilgrims came and overtook America.
They totally just sat down. They totally walked over to the Native Americans, shook their hands, and said, "I really like your corn."
Turkey? Yeah, that's obviously what happened. But no, I don't. I honestly, it's something I've never put a lot of thought into of why Canada has a Thanksgiving, or if other countries have something similar to a Thanksgiving.
I'm sure they do. I bet a lot of it too. I think what's weird is that we have a holiday like 4th of July, and then is that also Independence Day, or is Independence Day a different day?
Wait. Yeah, no, it's the same thing.
Okay.
4th of July is Independence Day.
But we have a day. Okay, never mind. I was going to say we have a day for that, and then we have a day for Thanksgiving. But I think a lot of like national pride holidays are like another country's Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we have like 4th of July as our like national pride holiday, but then we have Thanksgiving as like a separate thing.
Yeah. Well, I've never thought of like Thanksgiving as being a pride type holiday.
No, I'm just saying like other countries, their national pride holiday is also their Thanksgiving, but we have them broken up.
No, I catch what you're throwing.
You smell what I'm farting.
Yeah, I smell. God damn it. Yes, I smell what you're fucking farting. So I thought about that before we recorded the podcast, and then we got into the whole like we forgot to mention our name type nonsense, and I forgot about it up until like midway through talking about the potluck. So
just wanted to get that.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to get that out of the way. That like, if this makes no sense to you, we're American.
If it's not completely obvious.
Yeah, that's our past. We're fucking Americans.
But
land of the free, home of the somewhat cowardice.
But our other potluck though, I think this is like our grandiose.
Well, no, we were gonna say there was like an off year where we couldn't meet for because we try and meet for all major holidays.
Yeah, for all the like super like the big three we just talked about.
Yeah, the big three. We try and meet for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And for the past 2 years, we've had to combine them, or like combine them in a sense of like we'll have a Halloween get together, but then we can't do a Thanksgiving get together, so we do a Christmas Thanksgiving combo. Or
something like that. And this year it's Halloween and Halloween Thanksgiving.
Halloween Thanksgiving. We're calling it Spooksgiving. Clever name, we know. But like, so there was one year where we literally couldn't have a Thanksgiving, and it just ended up being a Christmas get together that like I don't even think like only half of us were actually able to be there.
I don't even think we had like a big Christmas get together. We
didn't. Yeah, because no one was ever available. I think like that one fall, winter.
Me and 2 other friends hung out and watched the little slideshow videos that we make every year.
We can talk about that for our Christmas episode.
That's true.
But yeah, so the year after the whole smorgasbord potluck incident, we didn't really have a Thanksgiving or a Christmas.
So we had like an off year, but
so then we had an off year, but we decided, you know what? If we're gonna have an off year, we're gonna be like Ubisoft.
Yeah, we're gonna go out off for a year, then come back strong.
Yeah, we're gonna make it's gonna be Friendsgiving 2 Electric Boogaloo, and it's gonna be an all-star cast of all of our friends doing another potluck, except this time it's actually Thanksgiving themed.
And let me tell you, that was probably
the best.
It was probably even better than like my actual Thanksgiving.
No, I agree.
Food there.
I agree. Literally, everyone was.
We all went out to this cabin that my dad had built, and
like most of us like pre-cooked our dishes and stuff like that. But every single one of us either had 1 dish or 2 dishes to bring. Like the person who was bringing the ham only had to bring the ham, but then someone else that was only bringing rolls also had to bring some other side. Like it was like
level. We tried to make
sure. Yeah, we tried to make sure all the pricing was pretty even amongst the board. But like, so I mean, we had so many dishes. Like I remember we were having to like try and set it up because I mean it's a smaller cabin.
Yeah,
and of course we needed sitting room for everyone to sit down. Because we went out into the garage area of the cabin, and there's like a super long folding table that we moved into the living room so that way everyone could like King Arthur style sit around the table like an actual family. Like
except we didn't have enough chairs, so we had to push it up against the couch.
Yeah, so then the couch became chairs, and the couch was way too low for the actual table itself. So like it was at the very tip of your chest where the table actually met, so you didn't have to lean over to eat. You just scarfed it off your plate into your mouth. But
it's like competitive eater style.
Yeah, competitive eater style. But so this was the first time that we actually did Thanksgiving themed, and I think didn't I? Yeah, I brought two things because I did deviled eggs and green bean casserole. But
I brought mac and cheese. Did I do anything other than mac and cheese?
I think you just did mac and cheese. But then of course we also had like sweet potato casserole. We had honey glazed ham. We had baked beans. We literally, like, as I was saying, we had this table, not enough seats, but then we had to find a place for all the food.
Oh yeah, we had to had some things on the fucking table, but we literally didn't have enough room for everything.
Yeah, so we had to go use the kitchen countertops. So like
because we have 8 guys around this table.
Yeah, 8 guys around this table. Like we only have a super thin margin to actually put food, and then everything else was like put over in the kitchen on the countertops. So basically, there was nowhere to put anything else. If we had one more side dish, we'd have to be putting stuff on the floor.
Oh yeah,
like there was no room whatsoever.
Not even to mention the fact that like my dad, accounts for like me, my mom being at the cabin.
Yeah.
So like
he's not accounting 8 people.
So like when we're doing the plates, we all get a plate except for my one friend who gets an entire like platter.
Yeah, he gets like a 1.5 foot long platter and he fills it to the brim. Like it was overflowing, and he ate every single piece. And I will say that I went back and I got 2 or 3 plates. So like he was just a smart one and said, you know what? I'm only making 1 trip, but I'm getting 3 plates worth of food. So he was a smart one out of our group. But no, that was the year that we all kind of agreed after Thanksgiving happened. And after Friendsgiving happened, we were all like, yeah, no, Friendsgiving was honestly was better than our actual family Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I think that just kind of stems from we did it all ourselves.
Yeah, we did it all ourselves. And
we weren't just showing up to our family Thanksgivings and just like mooching off everyone else's dishes and stuff like that. Like each and every one of us had a distinct dish that we brought, that we made personally. And I think
for everybody else, it's and it's also that thing that you were talking about earlier with like cooking for people.
Well, the last episode.
That's right. Totally didn't do these back to back.
Whoa! Don't spoil this process. But no, last episode talking about like my favorite thing, and I said it would tie into this episode so that we can talk about this now. But no, cooking for other people is a big thing, and we have 3 people now in our friend group that love cooking for others.
Oh yeah,
because it used to be me, and we've talked about Eli before.
Yeah,
we're
just gonna name drop Eli.
Fuck Eli. So it used to be me and Eli were the 2 like chefs of the group. Typically, we handled the whole process of like the main dishes and stuff like that. But on that instance, we also handled the reheating of sides.
Yeah.
So that kitchen was busy, and let me tell you, that kitchen gets smoky.
Oh yeah. Not to mention, like I remember, I still had to make mine.
Yeah.
So like I'm in the kitchen. I think our friend Billy was also
cooking his dish because like I think when we were planning it, we realized that the kitchen was very small and there's no way we'd be able to cook because most of our dishes were like casserole-esque dishes that needed the oven.
Yeah.
And so we came to the conclusion very quickly that those of us that don't have like easy access to a kitchen would make our dishes beforehand because we knew the oven would be taken up by dressing and the ham. Like there would be no more room left in the oven because we had to cook the dressing and the ham.
Totally off topic. I guess it's not because it's about Friendsgiving. This year's Friendsgiving.
Oh yeah, it hasn't technically happened yet because, well, with the recording schedule, we're all out of whack. Who knows when episodes actually air or not? But basically, let's finish talking about last year so that way we can talk about why we decided to do what we're doing this year for our Friendsgiving.
I was just going to make a point that we didn't have dressing this year.
Oh,
That's the only thing. I just realized that.
Oh no, that was the other thing. We got green beans, green corn, and then we got instant dressing. We made that our first potluck.
Oh yeah, we did do instant dressing on our first one.
And then the second one, we actually made dressing.
Did we? I think we got instant stuff again.
Mm-mm.
Did we not? Oh,
I believe it was real dressing. If I remember correctly, I didn't make it. I think Eli made it. I think Eli did the dressing and the ham.
Okay. Then if Eli did it, I'd believe that it's...
Yeah, so we decided really early on that there would be no fucking way all of us could cook our dishes in this tiny ass kitchen. So like half of us pre-prepared our dishes beforehand, so that way while the ham was cooking, we just had to put the dishes in there so that way they would warm up while we waited. But I mean, I guess that's all I really wanted to say was that we made a big ass meal.
I mean,
but
also like going back to Friendsgiving, like besides the food, like you can't fucking sit around and drink with fucking your like grandpa and certain grandpas you probably could, but like for me, like I can't do that. I can't do that with my family. Sit there, get drunk, and fucking play Smash Brothers. with all my fucking family.
Or any other fighting game and just fucking smashing down on goddamn deviled eggs, ham, and dressing, just shoveling it into your mouth in a drunken rage.
Yeah,
I know exactly where you're coming from, and I think that just adds to the appeal of it all. But also, I would just also like to make a side note that we're talking about Thanksgiving, but all of the big meats that we've been talking about have been ham.
We haven't. We've
never done a turkey for any of our Friendsgivings. Spoiler alert, that's about to change. Sort of, kind of. We'll get into it. But so we've only done ham, and there's a key. What's up? What's going on?
Before we need to do something.
What do we need to do? Tell me about it.
We need to do an ad break, bro.
Oh my god! Look, Fish, I need to know something. I need to know. Have you heard?
Yeah,
you have.
Are you sure? Possibly. You can tell me though.
Have you heard of Anchor?
Like the thing that's on like boats?
No. Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. I'll let you explain. You said you knew about it.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
Okay.
It's free.
It's free?
Yeah, there's
like absolutely free. No charge.
No charge.
Uh-huh.
There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer.
Wait, phone? You can just pull out your phone
and edit your podcast right from it. And
that's wild.
It.
That's absolutely wild. What else does it do?
Well, you can distribute your podcast, or Anchor will distribute your podcast for you.
Where?
So it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else. Many more.
Wait, so like Google Podcasts and all of those, you can hear it using Anchor? Oh my, really? What else do they do?
You can make money from your own podcast with no minimum listenership.
No minimum listenership? Are you kidding
man.
Me? You can just make money from making a podcast?
Yeah,
I didn't know you could do that.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
Wait, so you're telling me that if our listeners want to make a podcast, all they have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started and make their own podcast?
Yes, that's all they have to do is download
all they have to do?
The free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
That's absolutely wild. What a great steal.
What a great steal.
Welcome back, one and all.
Hope
and now,
you like that.
Hope you like that ad break. Now, before we go into this year's Friendsgiving, which technically hasn't happened for us, even though once you listen to this, it will have happened. Yeah. Weird, pre-recorded nonsense. We're just trying to, before the holiday comes, we're trying to pre-record this stuff so it doesn't become an issue.
Yeah. So during Christmas, you guys can have some holiday fun with us.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to be able to have holiday funs with each other because we're going to be in different states.
Yeah. But the reason, to go back to what we were talking about before the ad break, of why we only do ham instead of turkey, there's two reasons. A, we're all scared out of our minds to cook a turkey.
Poultry's hard, man.
Poultry is very difficult. And
you fuck it up, you get salmonella.
Yeah, no. Like if you mess up cooking turkey, like you're making someone sick, and I don't want that to be on me.
Oh yeah,
I don't want me to be cooking the turkey, and it's the reason everyone gets food poisoning the next day.
Let me go on a side tangent real quick. Talking about like making food for people.
Yeah,
I've done that before, like for my family trying to make burgers or something like that.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst feelings in the world
is knowing that you undercooked something or even
just
overcooked.
just messing it up.
Yeah,
messing up the meal that you're making.
Yeah.
Because like you're making it for somebody else. So it's like, damn, I was making this for you. It's not like,
yeah.
Like if I just made this for myself, it's like, oh, well, I fucking wasted this.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that. But oh, well, I can just make something else.
Yeah. No. So point A on why we do ham instead of turkey is we're afraid of birds.
Yep.
Number B is the fact that we know that turkey is a Thanksgiving staple. And as we talked about before, we have Friendsgiving and then we have actual family Thanksgiving. And we just knew that at every single one of those events, it would all be turkey. So we wanted to be different and we decided to do ham.
We didn't want to get sick of turkey before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So we decided we would do ham for Thanksgiving and then turkey for Christmas. But lo and behold, every time we've ever had Christmas, we've also only ever had ham.
That's true.
Yeah, so maybe we're just ham boys. So we like that. We like them pigs.
We like to ham it up.
Yeah, we like to ham it up. Funny joke. But there's a key distinction for this year's Spooksgiving.
It's true.
Where we are delving into the poultry space. We're not doing a turkey.
Want to just talk about our holiday in general, like or at least our meals, like because we're doing we have like a little theme to our thing, like cowboys and aliens and stuff like that. Yeah. And so Friday we're doing like a Western spaghetti.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The day before.
Yeah. So we're once everyone gets there, the night before we actually do our big meal where we're doing like a Western spaghetti because it's our Spooksgiving event. We're coming all dressed up and we decided this year's theme was cowboys and aliens because we all kind of just determined that we've done like Thanksgiving sort of kind of. Or Friendsgiving in Thanksgiving style, like the past several years.
Yeah.
So we decided that...
Just wanted to switch it up a bit.
Well, I think we just decided that for all the years to come, we're not going to stick with Thanksgiving food. We're going to stick to a theme, but it's not going to be the typical Thanksgiving meals because we know that...
We're going to get that.
We're going to get that eventually anyways. So yeah, this year, when we all go to the cabin for Spooksgiving, the first night that we're all there, we're doing Western spaghetti, which... Western spaghetti makes 0 sense. It's not an actual thing.
Is it?
No, it's not.
I didn't know if that was like a dish that like anyone's like made and called it that, and that's where you. I mean,
I'm sure it's called that, but no, you're the one that told me Western spaghetti. I've just been calling it cowboy spaghetti.
Oh, cowboy spaghetti. Okay,
which that's also not a thing. I just came up with that because
it sounds like
it just sounds like I know all of them were eating like rabbit stew and nonsense like that, but I don't know. Spaghetti just sounded good. It sounded like a bunch of carbs to put into people's bodies, a bunch of noodles to slurp down.
And we're making it with venison.
Yeah, we're making it with venison, and then I'm gonna add some special little treats, maybe a little hot sauce, which goes into what the actual main course is gonna be. So a little bit of hot sauce into the meat, a little bit of hot sauce into the tomato sauce. Some diced up, sautéed onions and bell peppers. The works. It's not gonna be your typical spaghetti.
Oh yeah,
that's what I will say. It's gonna have a little bit of that southern heat.
I'm so excited for it. I'm excited for all this fucking food.
Yeah, no. So and speaking of hot sauce, speaking of hot sauce, and speaking of how we're going into the poultry space, no, we're not doing turkey. We are doing
44 pounds.
44 pounds of chicken wings.
We did the math on this, fellas.
Yeah.
That was. What was it about?
It was around
350.
Yeah, about 350 wings if each wing is about 1 to 2 ounces.
Yeah.
And then from that, with the amount of people that we have going, everyone's going to get about 17 to 20 wings. No, sorry. If we did half the batch of 22 pounds of wings, everyone would get 17 to 20 wings per person.
But if we cook the whole batch, everyone's getting 35 wings to themselves.
And it's a beautiful thing because everyone else is like, so we have one person that's bringing all this chicken. So he's not bringing any other sides. Yeah, Eli's bringing all this chicken. I'm one of 2 sauce boys. So there's 2 of us that are concocting sauces. So we have like we had Kenny on the podcast.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
So Kenny's the other sauce boy. So me and him have been concocting like 6 to 7 different sauces that we can toss these 44 pounds of wings to give variety. And
You
then
need that because we don't want just like 44 pounds of like barbecue or buffalo or whatever.
No, to tell you guys the original idea for this get together was that we were all going to do barbecue. So I was going to bring 2 racks of ribs. Kenny was still going to bring chicken, but a lot lesser amount of chicken.
Yeah.
And then Eli was going to bring pork steak. So we were just going to have a smorgasbord of like barbecue that we were going to do. But then Eli brought up this fact that he had this access to a giant box of 44 pounds of chicken wings. And we were like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Me and Kenny have been in the science lab,
concocting
a bunch of different sauces. And so far we have 6. 4 of the 6 are actual homemade sauces, homemade recipes that we're doing. And then the other ones are just like typical store-bought like sauces that you can get. I'm excited for it.
Get ready because MindMesh is about to release their own hot sauce.
Yeah, MindMesh is about to release their own hot sauce. You can buy it online at nonexistent.com. But
please, somebody go to that. I want to know what that link is.
So the fact of the matter is that each and every one of us, we're going to have Western spaghetti the first night. And then the next night, everyone gets 35 chicken wings to themselves of their own unique sauce blends / flavors.
Plus
but then everyone else is bringing their own fucking side. So not only are we having 35 chicken wings per person, but we're also having around 8 to 9 sides just show up.
Yeah. So like,
and I'm pumped for it. I am so excited for this little excursion to happen.
I can't wait for the week after where all I'm eating are fucking chicken wings.
Yeah, no, the fact that we have 44 pounds, like everyone's going to be taking home leftovers.
We should probably actually go get some to-go boxes.
Yeah, no, every single one of us is going to be taking home like 2 to 3 to-go boxes of sides and chicken wings because there's no way we're making it through 44 pounds. We're not making it through 350 chicken wings. I don't care if there's 10 people. I don't care if there's 10 people going to this. There's no way in a night we're eating that many chicken wings.
It is crazy.
And if we do, honestly, I'm going to submit it to the Guinness World Records.
Yeah, no.
Like, no, that's so dumb. I can't.
In a night, 300.
It's just so crazy to think about. But like, I'm super excited for this year's Spooksgiving event just because this is also the first year that we're combining Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like it's typically if we can't meet for Thanksgiving, we combine it with Christmas. But we've always met for Halloween. So this is the first time that we're combining Halloween and Thanksgiving, so I think it's gonna have.
We couldn't meet for Halloween, we couldn't meet. We couldn't meet either.
Yeah, we had to combine these two, because Halloween's important to most of us, and then Thanksgiving's important. So why not just why not mesh them together? Like a good old pot of jam. I can't wait till next year when we all decide that we're just gonna do peanut butter and jelly. But different fruit jellies.
Someone's gonna get like the what kind is it that has both peanut butter and jelly in the jar?
Yeah, the fucking nasty ass, the nasty swirled brand that you can get. No, that's disgusting.
I've never had it. Actually,
I've never had it either. But just looking at the jar disturbs me in some kind of way.
It intrigues me.
No, but actually bringing that up, my grandfather makes homemade jams.
Ooh.
So like he'll do like peach jams and like apple jams and stuff like that.
Bring some jam to the cabin.
We'll put it on our wings.
I was gonna say we'll get some flour. We'll make a loaf of bread.
Yeah, and we'll make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Well, no, for in the morning we'll have some nice toast.
Yeah. Okay.
And toast and jam.
So our Friendsgiving is going to be taking place over 3 days. So one day we're having spaghetti. So we're already going to have leftover spaghetti. Yep. Now we're going to have all these wings. We're going to have leftover wings and all these sides. So like Sunday, do you think when we wake up, we're just going to have like a smorgasbord of combining everything together and just eat one last attempt?
I want to see Eli.
Yeah.
Take the spaghetti and then everything from the Thanksgiving and mix it into one big like noodle dip.
Yeah. All I can think about is him like grabbing a chicken wing and like grabbing the meat and just like ripping it apart. So that way, in one hand, it's
on the
and then just slapping it on the spaghetti and doing that for like 3 or 4 wings. And just
completely clean bone.
Yeah, just completely clean bone. So that way, when he's like slurping up all the spaghetti, he's not like just pulling bones out of his mouth because there's just whole chicken wings in there.
I mean, he did that. I did that. Remember?
That's very true. Our first potluck.
The first potluck when we had the hot wings.
An entire drumstick in his mouth, and like we all just stared at him. And like we watched him just like move his mouth. Like we couldn't tell if he couldn't chew. The bone was the width of his mouth. And like the next thing we know, he just pops it out. Like he just reaches into his mouth and pulls out a completely clean chicken bone. And it was the most disturbing thing I think I've ever, well, I can't say ever seen. But it was so disturbing in the moment. But I was also so impressed. Because it's like
we need to get Eli on a podcast.
And dude, I agree. The stories Eli could tell. But what I was gonna say was that it really honestly in the moment reminded me of like those tween movies back in the day where it's like put a cherry stem in your mouth and if you can tie a knot, that means you're a good kisser. Nah, bitch. If you put a whole drumstick in your mouth and you can come out with a clean bone, that's how you know you're a good kisser.
No, I just think there's so many things because it's reminded me about another story of Eli. I'm going to just go on a tangent and tell you about.
We're thankful for Eli.
Yes, I'm thankful for Eli because let's
do this. Let's just, this whole podcast can just be us telling stories about Eli and then we'll keep saying that he's going to be a guest and then 2 years later we finally have him.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
That's what the plan was.
He's the enigma. He's the special guest that we can never get.
He's so far away.
It's hard.
We only see him when we're not around our recording equipment.
Oh no, I fully plan for our Friendsgiving. I'm gonna bring something to record with.
Ooh.
I think it would be a grand old time.
There was the story I was gonna tell about Eli though.
Yeah.
So you're talking about him eating that wing, so being so weird about it.
Yeah.
Well, one time, I wasn't here to witness this, but our other friend Tyson told me about this.
Eyewitness accounts. We have it written down.
Yeah. He ate an Oreo. He put an Oreo in his mouth.
Yeah.
And swallowed it.
Okay.
Didn't chew.
I thought there was honestly, knowing Eli, I was really expecting the story to get even weirder.
No.
So I was expecting him to swallow the Oreo whole. And like that one weird meme hot dog video where he shoves like 4 down his throat and then he like shoots them back out. Like, in all honesty, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting him to swallow it whole, guzzle back some milk, and then all of a sudden he spits back out the Oreo. It's like those weird magicians that's able to like swallow stuff and like actually move it around in their fucking stomachs and then spit it back out somehow. Like sword swallowers and stuff like that. But no, that's what I was imagining. I was imagining that for what he just, I was fully expecting him to eat an Oreo just a weird way. But then when he said he swallowed it whole, I was in the back of my brain, I was like, and?
No, I wish there was more to that, but it's just the fact that he's swallowed it whole.
Eli is one of the best cooks that I know of my age range. But man, if he's not a weirdo when it comes to eating.
One time he sent me a Snapchat of what he was eating, and it was peas with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and granola.
Okay, here's the thing when it comes to that. We had the episode where we talked about weird food combinations.
Yeah.
And like, I do like some weird food combinations.
But what the fuck is that? That is nonsense.
Well, I mean, that.
No, don't back it up. Granola, barbecue sauce, and peas.
You're talking to the guy who has put peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog, my man.
I could see that though. I can't.
No, I can see. Okay, I can see.
My mind goes, okay, there's a peanut butter jelly sandwich. A step up from that, people put peanut butter and jelly on burgers. So I don't think it's too far of a stretch for peanut butter.
But the thing is that I've had barbecue when it comes, and it's come with like mashed potatoes and peas, and it's had Sweet Baby Ray's like on it, and my peas have mixed with the Sweet Baby Ray's. That's okay. I think the problem rises with the granola.
I think he just wants some crunch.
Yeah, I know. He wants a little bit of crunch. But then the question raises, is it just normal fucking granola, or was it like a specialty? Like, was it vanilla, chocolate? Like, was it a specialty granola that literally does not match it? If it's just normal granola, that's just a bunch of like oats. Like that.
Yeah.
That's just like oats and honey like crumbled together, and that makes sense with Sweet Baby Ray's because it's a honey barbecue sauce. So I could see those meshing together. But if it's like chocolate or vanilla,
I can't believe
granola,
you kind of talked me into siding.
Yeah, and it makes sense, does it? It's making more sense the more I talk about it.
It does make a bit more sense, but dude's still a freak.
No, that I understand where he's coming from, because it's also one of those things where you have to understand, especially like going into the cooking space. Like if you're making your own dishes, there's certain like flavor profiles and texture profiles that shouldn't work together but do.
Yeah.
Similar to like pregnancy cravings with pickles and peanut butter. That's like a big one. That's the one that you always hear type deal.
Pickles and peanut butter?
Yeah. So the reason that technically works together is that peanut butter is very salty and sweet, whereas a peanut butter is very sour, and that sweet and sour combination together technically works palate wise.
Yeah.
Like those two flavor combos work. Same reason why certain people like pineapple on pizza. It's because pineapples are super sweet and they balance out the acidity and the sourness of tomato sauce. So like once you get into that culinary space where you're like thinking of all these like palate combos that you can do, you come up with some weird and wacky stuff that technically works. It might not work for everyone's like people like you that have texture issues when it comes to eating.
Texture, but as far as like weird taste, I mean, like I was talking about in the episode with weird food combinations, I love like cheese and chocolate.
Yeah, no. So that's what I'm saying. It's like for a lot of people, the problem with the whole palate thing comes from a texture perspective.
Yeah.
Like when you're thinking of all these weird palettes to combine and stuff like that, like the main problem typically isn't the palette itself, it's the texture that palette is encased within.
No, I totally get that.
So yeah, I don't know. I like weird food combos are always a big thing for me. Like I always love experimenting with them. I would love to do a Friendsgiving where we all just bring a random weird ass food combo and see just see if it works.
Everyone just,
and if not, there's a Dollar General right down the road. We can go buy some frozen burritos.
Listen, just make the disclaimer. Don't do anything that you're just trying to gross people out with.
Yeah, that's very true. That's not how that works. I'm sorry. There is a science behind it.
Like, it might sound weird, but please be genuine about the food you're making.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because I know some fuck's gonna fucking make some just gross ass shit.
Just to make gross ass shit.
Yeah.
No, I completely understand. I know where you're coming from. But with that, thank you one and all for joining us on this Thanksgiving special.
I'm thankful for you, audience.
Yeah, I'm thankful for you, audience. I'm thankful for you, Fish.
I'm thankful for you, Chayton.
Don't lie to me like that. Anyways, if you would like to listen to the MindMesh podcast, we're on most podcast platforms at this point. Every Monday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then it's released on YouTube at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time 2 days later on Wednesday. So with that being said, everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. If you're listening to this after Thanksgiving, I hope you had a good time.
Yeah,
but anyways, my name's Chayton.
I'm Fish, and we will see you guys later.
Yeah, and we'll have a full fucking belly.